And here it is, we go again. Roll up, ladies and gentlemen. One man went to more. Here it is, we go again. That funky thing that we do, we're doing it round about this time. If you've got the funk, then I don't know how to follow through with that metaphor. But you know what I mean. The session has commenced and your company is required. Not much advertising for this one, so I suspect that we might not get that much of a crowd. But if you are with us, if you have seen the notice, then avail yourself of the session. That thing that we do is being done exactly now. I am situated and I'm inviting you to situate yourself with me. That bald headed or you are laughing man, one man went to Mo, the eagle has landed.
To the Nigerian national anthem, Mr. Albert Congo raises the flag of the new nation.
Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. Though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians old and proud to serve our sovereign fatherland. Our flag shall be a symbol that truth and justice reign. In peace or battle honored, and this we count as gain. To hang on to our children a banner without stain. O God of all creation, grant this our one request. Help us to build a nation where no man is oppressed. And so with peace and plenty, Nigeria may be blessed.
And there you heard it. Nigeria, we hail thee, and indeed we hail thee indeed. So Nigeria, we hail thee. As guys, I bring you this 2023 presidency. Two major lies in Oshibanjo's declaration. Perogi is the name of the author. So this is one of the leading scholars amongst the Northerners, and his voice, it seems to command a lot of influence within that space. So who he moves quickly, it would seem from the headline against Oshibanjo's declaration. 2023 presidency, two major lies in Oshibanjo's declaration, headline attributed to Perogi, one of the lead advocates. So is a scholar amongst them, a rarity, you might say. So the next headline, 2023, what is in Governor Sanwo-Olu's camp as TINUBU'S cabal, APC consider replacement? So even though we've seen Sanwo-Olu carrying the bag for Tinubu up and down the presidential campaign, it doesn't look as though that Oraisa thing that he's doing is sufficient enough to secure him a second term ticket. 2023, what is in Governor Sanwo-Olu's camp as Tinubu's cabal, APC consider replacement? So there it is right there, the Ambode treatment. It looks as though it's about he was the beneficiary, he now seemingly going to be the victim. So this now the real headline, the real topmost story. 2023, Oshibanjo, no longer member of Lagos APC, relocates to Ogun State, and it is his aide saying this. So used and dumped essentially the experience that Lagos State has experienced in the hands of this now Ogun State man. You know, this is it now. Lagos is just a free market for all commerce, isn't it? They come, they take as much as they can, and they make their way to wherever they came from. So that has been the story of Lagos State all the way through, and it looks as though that story still holds very much true. So there it is right there. And let me just bring you now. This one is a follow-on really from a narrative that essentially came to be yesterday. But there was a video clip that was making the round about Tinubu disowning Osinbajo. So I might well bring you that as well, because but that might well be 24 hours still. But there it is. There it is. So lean back, sit back, take it easy. If you want to come join live on screen, the hyperlink that says StreamYard in the comment section, that's where you click on. And if you've not been live on the screen before, then I especially encourage you to come on screen to come and interact with some of these talking points with me. We always delight in hearing new and fresh voices. And if you are new, I'm going to be gentle with you, at least for the first time. I don't promise for the second time, because it does get a bit rosy after that. But I will be gentle the first time if you are new coming in. So the hyperlink is there. So just 3 clicks required of you. The like button, of course, click that because that helps with the YouTube algorithm. The subscribe button, so you click on the like button because that helps with the YouTube algorithm. And then the subscribe button, you click on that as well for the same reason. That helps with the YouTube algorithm as well. So click on like and subscribe as a matter of obligation. Then at your discretion, click on the hyperlink that says StreamYard. If you feel inclined to come and join me live on screen. So that is how the flow is around here. So let's come in now via the Eastern Quarters and sing the Holy Holy song as a blessing to the session. Holy Holy.
Another Savior. Holy, 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 Adimebujuku. Another Savior. Another Savior. Holy, 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 Adimebujuku. Another Savior.
Well, this is Mobien. This is dedicated to the gallant heroes of the Nigerian Biafra War and IPO families all over the world. I remember the Nigerian Biafran War, in the thickness of the Biafra genocide. Hey, one man revived the vanishing hope to life. Let the great Biafran army to fight, and they were singing out, holy, 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 is another Savior. They were singing out, holy, 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 is another Savior. Holy, 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 is another Savior. Many years after the genocide, whoa, yet another great leader has risen up now. Oh, and he's leading the Biafrans to victory. Inyamadika, Yabika Kokwana Noa. Hey, Anamekele Mazuche Mefo. Manemo, it's an honor having you on board. When I'm singing along. Holy, 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 Nandekano is another Savior. Sing along. Holy, 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 Nandekano is another Savior. When I sing along. Holy, 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 is another Savior. Getting it right and getting it faster now. Holy, 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 is another Savior. Holy, holy, getting it right, holy, faster, never freedom. Is another Savior. Yeah, for freedom. Holy, 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 Nandekano is another Savior.
And there you heard it. Holy, 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 Nnamdi Kanu, their other savior. So that is the gospel from the east. They will have it no other way. So holy, holy, Nnamdi Kanu is their other savior. There's been a story that's just been discovered, just broke in between me bringing you the headline and me now coming back. So let me bring you this story because this one rather tickles somewhat. And I will put this story actually on the screen so you can, because it's more of a pictorial story as well as a readout. So let me share the story on the screen so you can see the pictures of it. So let me just do that. because it's quite important. Well, not important, but it adds to the narrative. So let me share the screen with you. Let's see how that comes up. So there it is. Let's just have a look to see how it's showing on the screens. Un momento. Has it come up? There it is. So there it is. So that's the story. Okay, you might not see it yet, but let me scroll up to the headline, and then you may see then why I'm bringing you the story. But as I said, it's a pictorial story. So this is the headline then. Donald Trump's daughter, fiancé, storm Lagos. So it's a photo-led story. So Donald Trump's daughter and fiancé storms Lagos. So you can see them then with Pastor Adefarasi and his wife. So they are embedded in between them, Pastor Adefarasi and his wife. So essentially they sandwich in the mid. So you all know the name of the face, of course, those of you in America, Tiffany Trump, and then the boyfriend, husband, whatever that guy is. One of the daughters of former President of the United States of America, Donald Trump, Tiffany, recently visited House on the Rock Church in Lagos State. The senior pastor of the church, Paul Adefarasi, received Tiffany and her fiancé, Michael Bolus, a Lebanese with Nigerian heritage. Adefarasi hosted the former president of America's daughter alongside his wife, Ifeanyi. Pastor Adefarasi later shared pictures of their meeting on Instagram, fellowship at the Rock Cathedral with Tiffany and Michael. Michael is a part of Trump's household. He's one of the people who saw the former president off from the White House in his last Air Force One flight as president of the United States. Tiffany and Michael got engaged last year. So see pictures of their visit to the house on the rock. So as I said, it's a picture-led, it's a pictorial piece. So you can see the pictures there. That is Ade Farasi now showing off his trophy, because this, of course, this is trophy showing, really. This is what he's doing. Look at this guy. So that's Ade Farasi, as you know. He's even wearing slippers, the silly man. So there he is, right? So that's Ade Farasi then showing his latest capture. So let's get to know a little bit more about this fella now and why they are in Nigeria. 10 things to know about Michael Bolus, Nigerian engaged to Trump's daughter. So Bolus doesn't sound especially like a Nigerian name to me, but let's find out. Tiffany Trump's fiancé, Michael Bolus. So let me. I'm not sure if that's. Let me stop sharing the screen, because you might not then be seeing where I'm reading anymore. So let me come off that. Okay, and then let me give you this readout. Tiffany Trump's fiancé, Michael Bolus, is a Nigerian businessman who has been described as a billionaire here by Vanity Fair magazine. Here are 10 things about Michael Bolus, the Nigerian who is engaged to the daughter of the former president of the United States, Donald Trump. Michael Bolus was born in a Lebanese village, Karaka, on August the 27th, 1997. He moved to Nigeria at a young age, where his family's business is based. He studied at the American International School of Lagos. Balus moved to London and bagged a bachelor's degree in global business management at Regent University in 2018. A year later, he bagged a master's degree in project management, finance, and risk at the City University of London in 2019. He was raised in Lagos and is a naturalized Nigerian. He is of Lebanese and French descent. He is the son of Masad, the chief executive officer of SCOA Nigeria, and his mother, Sarah, is the founder of the Society for the Performing Arts in Nigeria. Belus has been the associate director of SCOA Nigeria since 2016, the director of Fadul Group since 2019, and and the business development manager of Royalty Investment since 2019. He released his debut single, a song titled One Day, in 2012, which was produced by Koban Osakwo. He got engaged to Tiffany, the 28-year-old daughter of the former president of the United States, Donald Trump, in 2021. He popped the question to Tiffany with a 13-carat emerald cut diamond from Dubai, said to be worth $1.2 million. So I'm not quite sure what essentially makes this guy Nigerian, because he doesn't look especially Nigerian, and certainly there's apart from it is naturalized Nigerian. I don't know what quite a naturalized Nigerian is. So his parentage again. Let's say let's just double check his parentage. Let's hold on. Hold on, because it did tell us who his parents are, and I think it was a combination of Lebanese and French. This was sort of yes. Yes, it was raised in Lagos and is a naturalized Nigerian, is of Lebanese and French descent. So not a single drop of Nigerian blood in that chappie. So quite what the Nigerian spin is, I don't understand. So moving swiftly on from there to another, to something that is wholly Nigerian. Our 2023 presidency, two major lies in Oshibanjo's declaration. Perogi is the person speaking. Media scholar Farouk Perogi on Monday said the 2023 presidential ambition declaration by Vice President Professor Yemi Osinbajo is colored with lies. Correspondents report that Perogi, a government critic, insisted that Osinbajo is a pretender. Yemi Osinbajo's underwhelming grammatically error reading so already that tells you where this guy is going, just from the opening salvo. So Yemi Osinbajo's underwhelming, grammatically error reading, self-sabotaging presidential declaration speech contained two barefaced lies, Perogi said via a post on his verified Facebook page. The first major lie is his claim that he has been to practically all local governments in Nigeria. The lie is too self-evident to need further elucidation from me. But the second major lie, which concerns me more than the first, is his claim that he wants a Nigeria where the man from Nnewi sees the man in Gasua as his brother, where the woman in Warri sees the woman in Jalingo as her sister, where the love of our nation burns alike in the hearts of boys and girls from Boko to Yanagao, where everywhere else in this land is home to everyone, where our diversity, tribes, and faith unite rather than divide us. So this is what seems to bother him. So why does it bother him? So let's just scroll down. Let us examine his own record as vice president. As I have recently pointed out in the past few weeks, Osinbajo is a compulsively narrow-minded, intolerant Christian fanatic who nurses a no. Sorry, hold on. I'm struggling with this site somewhat. So let me just let me scroll up again and then yeah. Okay, let me take it from this bit, and hopefully this site settles. I'm reading it from Politics Nigeria. Um, Let us examine his own record as vice president. As I have repeatedly pointed out in the past few weeks, Osinbajo is a compulsively narrow-minded, intolerant Christian fanatic who nurses a nauseous, deep-rooted loathing for Muslim and frankly other Christian sects, and who sees his being in government as an opportunity to promote the supremacy of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, which I have characterized as his RCCGification project. So let's start. Although every political position he has ever occupied in life has been facilitated by Yoruba Muslims, i.e., Prince Bola, Ajibola, and Bola Tinubu, every consequential position he has had an opportunity to facilitate was given to an RCCG member. In 2015, when he was given an opportunity to nominate a minister, he presented Okechukwu Enilema, an RCCG pastor who became the Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment until 2019. His spokesperson, Laolu Akande, was an RCCG pastor in New York. Like many RCCG pastors in the United States, he relocated to Nigeria to feed fat on the Pentecostal paradise that Osinbajo has created for his kind. I have learned that Akonde's parish in New York has now closed. As Vice President, Osinbajo is in charge of the economy, and all the major appointments he has influenced in government agencies under the economy has been given to RCCG pastors. For example, when he was asked to nominate a chairman for the Federal Inland Revenue Service, he nominated Babatunde Fowler, an RCCG pastor. How about the Director General of the Bureau of Public Enterprises? You guessed right, another RCCG pastor by the name of Alex Ayola Oko. When it came to the time to appoint someone to be MD and CEO of Nigeria's Bank of Industry, guess again who Osinbajo nominated? Yep, another RCCG pastor by the name of Olakayode Piton, who has turned the BOI into an RCCG church. I have been given a dossier of the happenings there and shall share them at an appropriate time. The RCCGification isn't limited to government appointments. He also parlays his symbolic currency as vice president into an opportunity to put RCCG members as university vice chancellors and traditional rulers in Yoruba land. There is currently tension in Ogbomoso because Osinbajo influenced the imposition of an RCCG pastor by the name of Afolabi Gadi Olaoye as the new Shoun of Ogbomoso. Olaoye is an RCCG pastor in Maryland, United States, and as Osinbajo has been accused of hatching another plot and has sorry, pardon me, and has sorry, hold on. I'm going to get myself a glass of water because I feel a bit parched, but hold on. Okay, and has Osinbajo been and has Osinbajo been accused of hatching another plot to impose another RCCG pastor as the Akinrun of Ikenne, an historic Muslim town in Osun State. Although I don't think there is any credibility to this accusation, it nonetheless resonates in Muslim Yoruba land because it fits the pattern of Osinbajo's RCCGification efforts in the region. The list of RCCG pastors Osinbajo has caused to be appointed into government is deep, long, and wide. Although without exception, almost without exception, every opportunity Osinbajo had been given to appoint someone to a consequential position, he has unfailingly given it to an RCCG pastor. That was precisely what he meant when, according to the Vanguard, he told apostolic Christian leaders in Lagos on November the 4th, 2016, that his vice presidency is our, i.e., Christian leaders, first opportunity. This is our first shot at it. We need to maximize it and do the best we can. I think what my nomination and appointment have done is that it has opened the door for us. We can do it and we can be influential in doing it. Yet, this vile, shameless, emotional, stunted bigot has the gall to barefacedly lie to Nigerians that he wants a Nigeria where our diversity, tribe, and faith unite rather than divide us. No, he does not. He wants to establish a Pentecostal RCCG republic. If that is what Nigerians want, good luck. So there it is right there. The knives are out for Osinbajo. Absolutely categorically without equivocation. This is a senior lead Fulani scholar, by the way, the guy that wrote this piece. So the damnation of Osinbajo, it has begun, and it has begun. So we were paying nicely with him when he had no ambition. But if you show ambition, they will slash you, and it's being slashed now. So there it is right there. From there to this, from there to this. 2023, worries in Governor Sanwo-Olu's camp as TINUBU'S cabal APC consider replacement. There is uncertainty in the Lagos State chapter of the All Progressive Congress APC over the second term bid of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State, as his political godfather Bola Tinubu appears to be considering other options for the 2023 governorship race. Findings by correspondence revealed that, contrary to reports that Sanwo-Olu had been endorsed by the Governor's Advisory Council, the highest decision-making organ of the APC, the governor is still waiting for its nod. That is why the governor has not made his intention known to seek a second term. It was learned amidst fear in some quarters that he might be denied. Correspondents had on March the 19th reported that there was anxiety in Sanwo-Olu's camp as Tinubu, also national leader of the All Progressive Congress, appears not interested in his, Sanwo-Olu's, second term bid. Correspondents had learned that Sanwo-Olu and his camp are presently worried about Tinubu's indifference, and much more after the state government is heavily funding Tinubu's 2023 presidential ambition. Tinubu is yet to endorse Jide Sanwo-Olu as governorship candidate. This is causing panic. The governor is worried. He is telling people that despite funding Tinubu's candidacy, he is yet to hear from him. 1.7 billion naira monthly is siphoned through the office of the Speaker of the State House of Assembly alone to fund Tinubu's campaign. The EFCC has transferred all the officers handling the Speaker's case, a top source said. Meanwhile, on Monday, correspondents learned that the GAC, so that is the Governor's Advisory Council, is yet to meet on the second term of Sanwo-Olu, and until it takes a final decision on the matter, the fate of Sanwo-Olu remains unclear. There has been widespread speculation that Sanwo-Olu might not get a second-term ticket, paving way for the opposition People's Democratic Party (PDP) to offer its ticket to him. The APC immediately kicked and rejected what it called a Greek gift, saying the platform that offered him the ticket in 2019 is still very much available. The speculation followed a report alleging that another member of the ruling oligarchy in the state might have been anointed. But findings indicate that there is uncertainty in Lagos State over the fate of Sanwo-Olu. I can tell you this is what is I can tell you this is what is responsible for the lull in the party. Aspirants have been coming out for other positions, but not the governorship. Aspirants are reading the lips of the GAC before indicating interest, especially in the governorship. Definitely, people will still come out to contest the position. It is not automatic, the source said. A prominent GAC member who spoke on Monday confirmed that they are yet to meet on the issue of the second term for Sanwo-Olu. I am surprised to read a report that GAC has endorsed Sanwo-Olu for a second term. There is absolutely nothing like that. GAC has not met for some time now on the issue of the second term, he said, on the condition of anonymity. So there it is right there. So Wolu, despite being the bag boy for Tinubu, is still going to be binned. Go and speak to Ambode, then you see just how ruthless that space is. So this finally the final readout. 2023, Osinbajo, no longer a member of Lagos State APC, relocates to Ogun State, according to his aide. Laolu Akande, the Vice President Yemi Osinbajo's chief media aide, has disclosed that his principal is no longer a member of the All Progressive Congress APC in Lagos State. The national leader of the All Progressive Congress APC, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, on Monday dismissed the declaration of his hitherto political godson, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, to contest for the 2023 presidential election, stressing that he did not have any son old enough to make such a declaration. Earlier on Monday, Osinbajo, Nigeria's vice president since May 2015, said that he would want to succeed his principal, Mohamed Buhari, and complete all that the APC government started 7 years ago. Osinbajo and Tinubu have a historical have been sorry, let me take a. Osinbajo and Tinubu have a history as political associates. Tinubu, as governor of Lagos State, had in 1999 appointed Osinbajo as Commissioner for Justice and Attorney General of the state, a position the law professor held till 2007. Osinbajo was a chieftain of the Lagos APC with his polling unit at Code 33, Unit 2, Victoria Garden City, Lagos. However, Laolu Akande on Tuesday told journalists that the vice president had moved his membership to Ogun State, where he revalidated his APC membership status in Ward 1, Ikenne Ogun State, on February the 9th, 2021. So there it is, used and dumped. That is the experience that Lagos State has had in the hands of Sanwo-Olu. So there it is right there, Sanwo-Olu the betrayer. So there it is right there, and here it is, and here he is right here. So Adale Koko, good to see you. So what are you then making then of the machinations of our Lagos, of our first the presidential space? So it looks as though he has been preparing for it for a while now. So he has moved his membership back to his own hometown. So Yemi Osinbajo used and dumped Lagos State. What are you making of that, Adan Lekoko?
Hey, how are you, woman?
I'm good.
Well, I think that is a good calculated move. Is and it's the best thing to do. He's from Ikenne, Ogun State. So Lagos State was just a resident in Lagos State, but by origin he's from Ogun State. So if somebody want to vie for such most exalted position in Nigeria, you have to come from your state of origin. I think in terms of the legal aspect of it, I think he has made the right move. So,
But how was it then, the Attorney General of Lagos State being a foreigner to the state? This is the thing, though. Nobody in Lagos State is actually from there that rules the state. This is what rankles with real Lagosians. There's a guy on YouTube called Balogun Eko. Every single day is out there cursing these people that you are not from here now. So why have you got charge of us? What's going on now? Somebody from Ikenne, and of course, Tinubu himself, not from Lagos.
So, one man, we know that Lagos State, as we know, is a state of excellence, and it is the best thing to run that state with the best of the best brain. And that is why we see somebody like Osinbajo as the former commissioner in Lagos State because of his wealth of experience in legal practice. So, and they managed the place well. It transformed the judiciary system in Lagos State. It computerized that the court system as we had. So, but you know, the decision he has made now to change his party registration to Ogun State is the right step in the right direction. And, you know, for political reason, he cannot compete with Tinubu in Lagos. He cannot develop any structure in Lagos. So, but in
I think my network is failing because it's raining heavily here.
We can hear you, Igo.
Hello, one man, can you hear me?
Yeah, perfectly. Can you hear me?
I think my network is failing because there is a massive rainfall here.
What's other? Is it those rains that is always sweeping off cars?
It's okay. Let's go.
Yeah, don't worry. We can hear you.
Yeah, heavy rain going on here. Serious one.
I thought they said it's going to rain for 30 days, isn't it? Ego. Okay, Levis.
Is that according to the pastor one you see? All these fake pastors?
They have advised them that they should be expecting flooding now. They've been announcing it on radio in Nigeria. So, but politically, it's good for him. Ogun State people will welcome him. They welcome him around Ogun State that this is our son. They will rally around him, and that they can use that, build the structure in that state, and from there he can spread it. So he has made that move is a very good move, and he can start a journey from there. I give kudos to him for going back to his roots. So
I think it's also a calculated move, Ajanle Koko, because he knows that if he stays in Lagos, Tinubu has all of the machinations of that state, and he knows all the dirty tricks. You know, they can just even withdraw his membership at the world level, and they can suspend it, and then they start his wahala from there. You know now.
They can suspend its registration, you know, but he has moved to his a comfortable place, which is the state, Ogun State, and the place of Ogun State, and people of Ogun State will accept it. Is their son, and they will support him, and they will back him up, and from there he can spread his own political empire. So, but Osinbajo has done one thing that a lot of people did not expect. A lot of speculation out there before he declared that he couldn't declare, he would never do it. It's a baby to Tinubu.
Yeah, somebody even came here to tell us they're not born and well now. Remember, somebody told they're not born and well.
Someone was saying, oh, I know him. I was
he
born
said, I repeat again, they're not born and well. Look at this guy, and it's run away since. You look at that guy.
I know him. Even the Deolu Yawo Baba Olowo wife. I was born in his hand. I was sleeping in Awolowo's bedroom. I was doing they're not born well. So that's a calculated move, and is the right thing for him to do. And I believe the journey will start from there.
The politics has suddenly gotten interesting, because I didn't know that he had this much steel and guile in him, because I thought it was just some pata cake sort of element that's just there to speak grammar and do sing black man looking good in Dior. To want
I
to be
told
down,
you.
yeah.
I told you.
I thought it was
I
a
told
joker.
them.
You did not tell us anything.
Well,
You were you not Showore? Have we moved from Showore
No,
again?
no,
You
no,
this
no.
look at this guy.
That time that you were saying that Osinbajo made a comment and he said, "Oh, he's not going to." I can't even remember.
Yeah.
Yes, and I said he was just making a comment. He's still going to do what he wants to do because he's the best person to get favor from Buhari. He's the best person to get the North to try to vote for him. Because he's the vice president. He's the only one that from the South that they can really trust. They've worked with him already.
Well, you're the one that sent me some data on
Yes.
on Instagram where
Yes,
they did a poll of
who they will vote for.
what their bookies are thinking. Yeah.
Yes. And over 50% of them said they will vote for Osinbajo. And those are not Southern votes. Those are Northern votes. 57%. I just checked it now. So he may be the next president. All he needs is the hand touch of Buhari.
All right. Let me show it on the screens just so Ajan Lekoko can see it and the audience can see it as well. So this is what Solly sent me, which is it's quite illuminating somewhat. So Ajan Lekoko, can you see this on your screen?
Yeah.
So this is from Hausa Fulani platform, and they were doing like a vox pop, just an opinion sample. So the question who will you prefer as APC's presidential candidate in 2023? The list of names are Bola Tinubu, Yahaya Bello, Yemi Osinbajo, Rotimi Amechi. So Bola Tinubu scored 16%. Yahaya Bello scored 12%, Yemi Osinbajo a whopping 57%, and Rotimi Amechi 15%. So it's almost even equal in preference, Osinbajo, Bola Tinubu and Rotimi Amechi. So it looks as though they are leaders. They are not really buying the Tinubu storyline at all. So that's what their bookies are thinking. But what do you make of that, Ajan Lekoko?
You see, what the poll shows is that people in the North, that some of us in the South are always underrated as people that are not educated or they don't know anything. They are more politically, they are more politically savvy. They are more politically conscious than us in the South here. We follow propaganda. Most of the time, propaganda is what drives our own decision here. But that poll shows that they are tired of this politician and they're looking for something new. And they're looking at Osinbajo as not really a politician like them, though practically now it's obvious that he's a politician too, but it looks like a non-corrupt one among those ones that we know, like Tinubu, like what do you call him, Amechi, Yahaya Bello, and all the rest of them. So he stands out among them as not corrupt as them because there is no record you can trace to him as being corrupt or handle any political position before that we can see as maybe he corrupted that place or used that position to his own selfish advantage. So except the money that he was sharing at the marketplace, so he's not as corrupt as Tinubu. They know that Tinubu is Agbewuri. They know that what do you call this guy? Yahaya Bello is Oli. They know that Amechi is Jaguda. So I think that poll tells us something that
the poll,
new.
the poll, it crosses so many divides.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it crosses especially the divide of ethnicity and religion.
Yes.
You know, so Tinubu is a Muslim.
Oh, yeah.
And Yahaya Bello certainly a Muslim, a Fulani man even.
Yeah.
But Osinbajo, not only a Christian, but a pastor. But
A
not
pastor,
only a pastor,
particularly.
but a Yoruba man.
Yeah.
So, and this is a Hausa Fulani platform that are doing this poll. So they have no reason. They're even amongst themselves. So this is what they are saying within their own internal.
Among themselves,
yeah.
So it shows that they are yearning for something new. So what is the new thing? So that is why I am saying that we have to jettison these two. We have to go for something new, a new candidate. That let's go for new option. That is the best solution for us. But for them, on that poll, it shows that they are equally looking for something new. So Osinbajo look like something new to them, and they believe, yes, he can do the job better than the rest. They don't care about the rest. They have the name. They are driving the space with propaganda, using Nigerian corrupt media to follow them everywhere, packing up the stadium as to show that if, they have the masses behind them, but it's all lies. It's all lies. So that poll just tell us that yes, the northern people are looking for something new, so that we can have a better nation. So that's the way I feel. But Osinbajo has done something with his declaration that he is not. He's no longer the house boy that we thought he was. He's no longer the house boy. He cannot be bullied by anybody. He is interested in that position, and it is the ambition of every vice president after the boss is leaving the office to assume that position. It is the ambition of every vice president across the world. We have seen it in America when Reagan was the president. After he left office, the Bush Senior assumed the office. We have seen it again after the Obama. Biden is now the first. So every vice president around the world, when their boss is leaving, they want to assume that position. They will never see them stepping out of the race or say they are not interested. They are always coming out to show interest. So it shouldn't. People that have been looking at this guy that is not going to come out, he's not going to show no interest, he will never show this, they are just fooling themselves. But he has proved them wrong to say, look, I am at the corridor of power, I have seen it all, and I'm equally interested. So the game of just
what do you make you, because I personally am still conflicted somewhat about Osinbajo's declaration, or even if I am in support of him as a candidate, because I don't think I fully know the quantity of the man, but his movement now certainly is indicating somewhat that maybe he has more to him than because I was just somewhat dismissive of him. Remember when we used to call him lady boy and whatnot on this platform, and call him the other room?
It's not we.
But it's
one man. That's one man talks. We. That's the one. That's the one. One man. You see.
All right. I remember when I used to call him a lady boy on this platform that is the T boy. You remember? Okay, we used to call him T boy. It looks as though the T boy now wants to sit on the high table. Can you imagine that?
Somebody around the corridor of power. I mean, he has seen it all. He has. For going to 8 years now, he's been there. He has worked closely with the president. And I believe that the president is behind him. If the president is not giving him go ahead, I don't think he will have jumped into the race, because it doesn't have no structure at all. But, However, we don't know what he has done. He has been doing secretly for the past 7 years that he's been there around the country, putting up some structure, underground. We don't know whether he has.
But who is going to fund this presidential? Who is going to fund his campaign?
One man. Oh man, some crazy people are in that country that have that crazy money. They're ready to put that money out. They're ready. But since yesterday, money has started rolling out in millions, in billions for this guy. There are some people behind him that will bankroll that this thing, that will finance that project. It's not him. Yeah,
but will it not then be beholden to them, because whoever pays the piper dictates the tune?
That is the way it works.
Is this not what played out in 2015?
That's the way it works. So it will. They are not people candidates. They are just themselves candidates. So let us just. But he has done something. He has registered himself. He has registered his name. That look, I'm no boy to anybody. I'm equally qualified for this position, and I'm going ahead for it. So, but how it is going to play out is what we should be on the lookout for. But I know that he has put some people, on the ground that are ready to launch his publicity hard and launch his campaign effectively, so that that can justify that, yes, the presence of the vice president, because it carries so much weight with him. It carries so much advantage with him as the president of Nigeria in the race. It carries so much weight with him, and he has to use this to his advantage over the others. So I hope that he will get himself surrounded with some political experts, some grassroots politician that can do the job well for him. That's the only thing that I will look up to.
A lot of people are saying that he has faltered at the first hurdle, Ajanle Koko, because even yesterday I was critical somewhat that his declaration speech was unnecessarily lengthy and professorial. And even somebody has now come to say that even the speech was grammatically error-ridden and full of lies. So it's a Perogi Farouk. This is a lead northern journalist who by tradition a critic of the government, but he especially has been paying attention to Osinbajo, and he's having us believe that he's a religious jingoist and a fundamentalist Christian who at every opportunity only ever promotes Christianity, and he has a deep loathing of Islam. And he backs it up with evidence. So what are you then making of this concern from the north, the Christianification and Yorubafication of the Nigerian state? Is the Osinbajo agenda? This is what the Malams are saying. Eh?
So what that guy is telling us that now we are going to move away from Fulanization to Yorubanization and RCCG-fication.
We are occasionally a lot of occasion. God, man, I'm tired. We are just a funny bunch. Eh?
So, but if those things that that guy mentioned are really true, if they are actually factual, I think we need to dig more into what this man has done and those that he has favored while in office. We have to be fair to ourselves this time. If what this man have used this office, if this man have used that office to the advantage of the Redeemed Christian Church members more than other Nigerians, I think we need to ask a question. So, but
do you instinctually think that the Osinbajo attempt is an RCCG agenda? Do you instinctually see that, or
No,
think
I don't
that?
see.
Because
I
I
don't
think
see
that.
that. No, I don't see that. You see, that guy might just mention some few names out of thousands of people that he has helped by the virtue of his office and people that he has, appointed. He might just use some few names just to bamboozle people and confuse people and use that to turn people, particularly Muslims, against him. So, but we cannot really rely on what this guy is saying, even though what he mentioned, some few names he mentioned could be members of Redeemed Christian Church, but that we have to investigate it, know the totality of what this guy has done in the office, and fact check if they absolutely Redeemed Christian Church of he has used his office to promote membership of it. So we have to do that, but I will not agree with that guy in totality. He might be using this to turn people against him, and then, particularly Muslims in the north and in the south as well, to, change their mind about Osinbajo, or colored him wrongly and, destroy his character as a religious, Redeemed Church promoter. So I don't want to totally, go in the same line with this guy, because people can come out with anything that's not factual and just, carry propaganda against, candidacy or aspiration of someone, and then ridicule and destroy that person. So, but we just have to, my position on Osinbajo is that he is part of this administration that destroyed Nigeria, and as such, I don't think our people should give him any chance for that position of president, because he's part of the team. APC destroyed Nigeria, and as such, we should sack APC. That is my own position. I don't care about this religion.
Okay, but we are already starting to see the unpicking of Yemi Osinbajo, though. So if he thinks he's just going to guide his way through to ticket, he's not going to guide his way through. Yesterday already they were already calling him Iscariot online. So today they are calling him anti-Islam.
But people were happy. People were happy that I did Judas Iscariot, though.
Yeah, but we will so find out.
This was the celebrated one.
Iscariot, so Yemi Iscariot. Osinbajo, look at that. You can expect the memes to start coming out.
One man, this is seeming like the end of Tinubu. If he doesn't win this presidency,
I think Tinubu is finished.
It's finished. So is SANWO. That's the end of.
Yes. So
that's just crippled the whole empire. I wonder what will happen next in Lagos. These people have controlled Lagos for so long. We don't know what Lagos would be like without them.
I would want Lagos to fall in the hands of PDP, just so that somebody can interrogate the books.
Oh yes.
See what has been going on, because, and that's why I want the Nigeria also to, because if we elect Osinbajo as president, then that is the end.
That's
so
the end.
All the people that looted,
that corruption,
they get away with it.
Mm-hmm.
But if we have PDP, they will interrogate the books, if only to embarrass APC and then to see what they can snatch back from them. So then we know who the real looters are, because we already know them by name, but we've not been able to nail them down. And a lot of them are trying to go and hide in state houses.
Mm-hmm.
But if Osinbajo, it's Osinbajo that will be probing Abubakar Malami, he will tell you that, were you not sitting next to me in the meetings for 8 years? What are you talking about?
And Buhari will tell him that, what are you trying to do? After I help you to get it, that Abubakar Malami, is my boy like yourself. Don't do it.
And I think part of the agreement would have been the sign off that, look, if we give it to you, just Don't
Yes,
don't
just
come and mess
yeah,
anything
don't
up
rock
here.
the
Yeah,
boat.
yeah. Don't rock the boat. Yeah.
Just continue your own. Just do your own. Leave the rest. The what is gone is gone. Don't look back. Just go forward. So
It's unbelievable. How many times have we done that in Nigeria? They will loot and then you don't look back.
uh-huh.
It just tells us how wealthy Nigeria is because
Yeah,
they are looting billions of dollars
every day,
eh,
every day.
for decades and decades and decades and decades and decades, and the country is still standing in some whatever peculiar way.
But
So
the
in
country
just yeah,
is
how
crumbling
many
now.
countries? Yeah,
It's crumbling. They've looted it dry. They want to.
yes.
It's nothing to loot again. The rest they are looting now is just to kill the country completely.
But they've discovered gas now in Nigeria, so that's another round of looting, and there's a lot of gold still to be looted. There's emerald in some states in the north, so there's plenty still to
A
loot.
lot of things. Yeah, you're
Nigeria is
right.
a land of bountiful.
Every
Yeah.
state in Nigeria
Yeah.
has resources. Every, even
So,
Ekiti.
And I think there's even gold in your state. That's the thing.
Yeah.
But let me take you to Sanwo-Olu, who, despite spending 1.7 billion naira a month, is what he's spending to support the Tinubu attempt. But it looks as though he still is not intent on giving him the second term ticket. So concerns and worries in Sanwo-Olu's camp, even though anytime Tinubu turns out anywhere, you see him just right behind him carrying bags. So what are you then making then of the bag carrier of the Jagaban?
I don't want to believe that story that Tinubu doesn't want him to go for the second time. If he's really doing the job well for Tinubu, particularly funding Tinubu as they claim in that report, if he's funding it with 1.7 billion every month and is not resisting funding it, why would he want to take him out? So if he's doing the job according to the way he wants him to do it, and why will he take him out? So I don't want to believe that story. Is people say things the way they like, and if Tinubu should act contrarily, because in that same report they said the governor's advice council have approved that guy to go for second time. So why would Tinubu want to?
I think that is speculation, I think the Sanwo-Olu camp may well have put that story out in the public space to try and force the hand of the, but they are denying that because they've spoken to a member of that council and he said they've not even met for a long time, never mind deciding on Sanwo-Olu's fate. But what seems to bother Sanwo-Olu and his camp somewhat is what seems to be an indifference to his own ambition from Tinubu, but then of course Tinubu otherwise engaged. So you're on your own, or
Yeah, well, we just have to wait. Many of these reports were flying out there. Many of them could not be true. So I don't see why Tinubu wouldn't want him to go for second time. Tinubu is a very calculative politician. I don't think he's going to do that because if he dare stop Sanwo-Olu to go and they want to choose another person, it's going to have a backlash from the people. A strong campaign will go after him that, this man just like to impose, and that will confirm what this guy said about him, was the former governor, and what a lot of people, Ambode, and a lot of people have been saying, and Jendor that moved to PDP. Yes. That will confirm them that yes, Tinubu is it just doesn't believe.
If there was ever a time for Ambode to cross to PDP, this is it now. Imagine if he crosses today, basically, and gets that ticket. And Jandor, although I think Jandor also wants that ticket, so APC, Lagos also very much in play.
Yes, Lagos is in play. So I don't want to believe that report that he doesn't want Sanwo-Olu to go.
Can you not see why he might not want him? Because Sanwo-Olu has had 4 years and he has not really proven to be sufficiently strong enough for that seat. He's a decent administrator, but is not really a potent, he's not an alpha leader, He's
Yeah,
not
but
shown enough now.
I think
That's it.
Tinubu is tired of alpha leaders.
He like person like that.
Ọlọ́run.
He like
Too
person
much,
like
too much.
Asawolu now.
He wants
Somebody
bad
that
He
boy.
cannot
loves the
stand up
guy.
against
He
him.
wants a
He
bad boy,
loves the
Abi.
guy.
He would like somebody like Asawolu that cannot stand up against him, that cannot. I believe we will like Asawolu better than any other person.
Yes.
So I don't believe in that report. It's just
I thought that they said SANWO came to finish Abode term. Then, as they say, from speculation, that TINUBU'S son will take over from the next tenure.
I think that might well be what is holding it up.
Yeah.
So they don't quite know how to present TINUBU'S son as a candidate for APC. Whilst Tinubu also, maybe if he steps down for his own son, maybe they can negotiate that.
Tinubu
So you
do
step
that?
down and let your son go. Huh?
I don't think Tinubu will do that.
Who is smarter than that? He will not bring out his own son for that governorship position. That will people will stand up against him serious all over, and that will bring him down.
No,
people will not. People will not.
Well, let's see how he play. But do you know for a fact, SANWO? I just found out yesterday because I had some contract going on in Lagos. This Lagos oil and gas stuff. So we wanted to take over. I had some connection. We wanted to take over. Very funny. Do you know SANWO cannot approve more than 9 million naira in Lagos State?
No, that's a lie.
Bodyland. Well, that's what I felt before. That's what I felt before.
9 million naira.
Yeah, he cannot approve. Listen,
Lagos is the 7th largest economy in Africa.
Wait. Let me finish. Not that he cannot wait now. Not that he cannot approve. For him to approve, approval have to come from Bodyland first. From Bodyland.
No, that sounds like a comic book something.
Shea is it's very funny, right?
But it's possible.
I said that. I don't want to see. Listen. I don't want to give out some facts. Wait, Mr. One Man. I don't want to give some facts with a public speech.
One man, this Tinubu is to control them very well. If you mess up,
One Man, listen. I don't want to give out a fact in a public speech. We called a major bank. There was a major bank director that called. So they was want to know if they can approve such money was on play. And the call came back again to us it's not going to be possible because anything more than 9 M, he has to get approval from Bodyland, and Bodyland is not down with the business. So that's how we lost the deal, straight up. SANWO cannot approve. Not like he doesn't have the pen, but approval has to come from Bodyland.
We can put that in the realm. That's speculation.
Not speculation. One man. Ajalekoko, calm down.
If you have said billion, maybe.
Not billion. Say Ajalekoko.
9 million.
1 man. Listen. I said there's something I don't want to give out on public. For a fact. I don't want to call people that is involved. For a fact, the finance minister can only approve 9 million. Anything more than 9 million. Not that he cannot approve. Not that he cannot approve.
Even in
but order has to come from Abuja. Order has to come from Bodyland. Not that he cannot approve.
Trying to say he needs approval first
from Bodyland. Not what I'm saying.
No, what I'm saying is that that is not true.
Of course, you say it's not true because you are not involved in it.
My friend from Japan. You see, what I will believe if you have said that the bank will not honor more than 9 million.
In any way,
hold on now.
Okay.
I will believe you if you have said that the bank will not honor any amount more than 9 million from any commissioner in Lagos State if it doesn't have the approval of the governor. If the governor does not countersign that check, it's not going to be honored. I will agree with you. But so say from Bodyland, that is not possible. Bodyland doesn't have no hand in the check of Lagos State.
I'm not saying he's signing. You know.
Control. Hold on.
No.
We know how the
what it's
system
saying
works.
is that so there's such a heavy feedback. Who's that heavy feedback from?
I think it's me.
Yes, I think I think it's Ajane Koko.
Okay.
What it's saying is that Tinubu holds so tight a rein on the finances of Lagos and every deal that a deal above 9 million naira, a paltry, derisory amount of money, the governor of the state cannot approve it without Tinubu say so. 9 million naira. You know, someone has done the conversion, $16,000. No, that cannot be true. That is not true.
No, that's
I will not argue with you. I will not argue with any of you.
Hold on. Somebody that told you that did not tell you the right thing. That's not true. Let me tell you, anybody outside the Lagos state governor cannot have any name on the account of Lagos state. Nobody outside the governor can have his name or authority over the account of Lagos state. Nobody other than the governor of Lagos state. The parastatals of Lagos state, yes, you can see the what do you call it? The DG, yes, the DG or the chairman or what do you call the commissioner could be the signatory to the account, but they have there's limit to their approval. There's limit to the approval of any fund, any check they are writing out. If it is more than a certain amount, it has to go to the governor's office, and nobody above the governor. Nobody above the governor. The last table that any approval to any big amount is the governor's office. So anybody tell you, even the bank cannot allow Tinubu's name to be a supervisory secretary.
No. It's not saying Tinubu's name will be on it necessarily. It's saying Tinubu's influence.
No,
it reaches to the point that I think that's ludicrous.
That is illegal. I mean, it's not possible, man.
All right, Ajane Koko, let me read you this. Why is your system suddenly echoing so heavily? Let me read you this super chat that is you know who is coming from. You know, anytime that they come after you, it can only be one person. So Plenty Water super chat to come after you, and when he wants to come after you, he weaponizes your parliament Chowore. So this is what Plenty Water is super chatting to you. It says Chowore has started his small shows another round of donations. So apparently Chowore has started that is live streaming again, collecting the $100 from everybody around the world. So there he is. He's not accounted for the last one yet. So Chowore has started his small shows another round of donations. Jokes and jokers aside, Sir Ajane Koko, can you please re-educate us on how Bola Tinubu left Afenifere AD to form AC? I greet you, sir. So I think he's wanting to open you up. He has gone to discover some facts which he wants to throw at you. So that's Plenty Water coming at you, Susan. Thank you for the super chat, Plenty Water. Do you want to address that briefly, Ajane Koko? And then let me put it up on the screen so you can actually see it. So address that because he's pointing it at you, and then I'll take you to America to talk about your former vice president.
I believe that Plenty Water knows how and why Tinubu left Afenifere to form his own party, and the reason for that is to create his own political empire that won't have control under the Yoruba leadership, elders. So he did that, and that is why he's able to, develop his own political empire. But we don't have to go into details. But the real issue is that he left there in order to form his own political empire that will not be responsible to Afenifere leadership. And that is what he succeeded doing it, and that is what he has used to champion his own lifelong ambition that as he mentioned to us when he make his declaration for the position of president. So he left there for a reason, to develop his own political empire that won't be under the control of Afenifere leadership. He did it in such a fraudulent manner. He bamboozled Yoruba people. He run propaganda, to champion his cause, and this is where he has brought us to. He failed in all respect, as far as I'm concerned. They have not done anything good for Yoruba people, but rather they have put Yoruba people into poverty, under the poverty line, and this is where we are today. So I won't say more than that. Plenty water. I believe you know better as well why TINUBU left.
Okay, hold on now, World Peace. So I think you may well have satisfied him with your answer, Ajanle Koko, because he goes on to say, thank you, sir, and then at Sir Ajanle Koko. So maybe he has heard what he wanted to hear from you. So,
right.
Thank you for that. So yeah, no mischief making this time around. Yeah, so you wanted to say,
Mr. One man, and I just got off yesterday. I went on a call. To be very sure, I'm telling you for a fact. I just called a major director of the bank in Nigeria, very heavy bank in Nigeria that have stake in Nigeria, who was involved in the deal. I have to confirm again, because I got the itinerary message. I read it. I have to call. Anything close to $1 billion, SANWO cannot approve.
You've moved the goalpost. You said 9 million. Now
yes,
you're saying
9 million. Yes. I'll tell you. I'm telling you, I'm coming. Anything above, anything that is going to, he has to get approval from body loan. Not that he doesn't have the pen to do it, but he has to get approval from body loan. He has to get approval for body loan. There are certain things I cannot say on air.
I'm struggling to believe that. Do you know why I'm struggling to believe that? Lagos State is nearly it's close to, it's a $20 to $30 billion economy. And that's me just even going off the top of my head.
I'm not disputing that. I'm not disputing that what you're saying. It was a big shock for me yesterday. It was a big shock. There's a deal that just went off the table because of this thing. He doesn't have
you have to grease TINUBU'S palm for any deal above 9 million, not billion.
Anything that is running, anything like I said, the finance minister can approve 5 million. He can approve 5 million daily on anything is okay. But anything that is crossing, going to hundreds of millions, he cannot accept approval from. Not that he does not have the bar to write it, but approval have to come from body loan.
My God, I don't believe that. I'm sorry.
Have you thought maybe he didn't want the deal and just said that?
Yeah, maybe they just fobbed you.
The people that is involved, people know them. Well-known people. People that they just make a call. Just want to put call through that if they have Lagos have such money for the deal, and the call came back like someone does not have the right, doesn't have the authority to put such money.
Yeah.
Okay. World Peace, how much was the deal?
This is billions of naira.
Well, billions is billions now. Is there
a no millions of dollars? Billions of naira, not dollars.
Yeah, what billions? Billions is billions now. Billions
it's not that much. Not that much. It's also like running to like 9 to 15 billion naira.
15 billion naira deal.
There's a
so Sanwo-Olu cannot sign a 15 billion naira deal in Lagos.
No, not that he cannot sign it. Not that he cannot sign it.
Without the approval of TINUBU.
From body loan, I didn't say to from body loan. So if you say
who is in body loan? Who is in body loan? Is that where Secretariat is? That's not Secretariat.
That guy does not really see. Now, that guy does not. They said that guy there, Sanwo-Olu there, is one of the most humble servants in Lagos that TINUBU ever had. The guy does not bother in anything.
Boy, you mean a boy?
Serious one. So he got money. He gets his payment from Alpha Beta and from bank kickback because he lodges Lagos. He lodges Lagos. How do I say their revenue in banks, right? So those banks give him kickback, but lodging those things there. He does not have problem with. Does not put himself with the affair of how things go out. He's the most loyal servant Tinubu ever had in history of politics.
Well, that is your reading, but you know, I'm not far away from that as well, because the body language of that guy is so subservient. We see him following Tinubu around like a lap dog. You know, it's just so embarrassing. You know, I feel embarrassed for him the way he conducts himself. But I don't know him to the level that you are describing. But you know what you are describing, it is not far off the body language of that guy. He's just. You know, we call Osinbajo a T-boy. It looks as though he has passed that title on to SANWO.
You know, there's 3 major banks in Nigeria. There's one of Yoruba Bank. I don't want to mention the name.
I mentioned the name now. Is it not a
No,
bank?
that one is Wema Bank now. I've been waiting.
I don't know. So
it's Wema Bank.
Okay. What's the coded something? Is a bank?
Yeah, but you know why I don't want to mention the name is that I have somebody talk.
Okay, don't mention any, so that you won't put them in trouble. Don't mention any.
There's a top end involved.
But the one that the Yoruba you mentioned, I know that one is Wema Bank.
And the top billionaire guys you know in Nigeria, we spoke. I just got off the phone again. I just called the guys. The mail you sent to me. Wait again. Are you sure? Because I'm talking. He's a close pal with the guy we're talking about right now in government there. The guy cannot approve. He said, but not that the deal cannot go through, but right now Tinubu is running up and he's not interested in that deal right now. The thing is there.
No. I think that's speculation, because we only have your word for it. But that's not to say it's not true.
It's not your deal. It's a private deal. So I'm just telling you what just happened. Because I make the cut. I connect somebody through because it's one of them is my in-law. I'm telling you. But it's okay. With time we shall know.
Well, that just confirmed what I was telling one man earlier, that if that guy is so loyal to Baba, why would Baba want to take him out? I mean, he's doing a good job for him now. So he would like him to remain there and run for second time, so that we continue to be a good son to Baba. I mean,
I wonder how wealthy Tinubu is.
Nobody can tell.
Don't even.
Nobody can tell. Nobody can tell. Do you know Lagos NROC, that is Transport Union?
Do you think it's richer than Dangote? He almost certainly
I cannot say. Nobody can tell. Do you know Lagos Transport Union realized 123 billion naira every year? Only transport sector. 123 billion naira every year. So talk about the rest things in Lagos. That guy has money. Raw cash every day. Tinubu has money. We cannot speculate how much the guy was, but the guy is loaded.
And the toll gate, Alpha Beta, the motor parks, the state
you understand?
Every single deal.
If somebody sits down to actually calculate and track all these things, you can speculate what he has.
And if you think he's been just milking it since 99, non-stop.
You might imagine. Since 99, you are very right. Since 99. Since 1990 date. Half of, let's say, Ireland, he owns them. He bought everything up. By proxy or indirectly, he bought everything up. That guy is loaded.
We need PDP to take that state.
It will be difficult. It will be difficult for PDP to take over Lagos. I would have loved for PDP to take over Lagos, to break that godfatherism in Lagos. I don't want
even to open up the books. We need the books opened up.
But it will be difficult. Lagos politics is different from every other politics in Nigeria.
But
Lagos politics.
But if PDP wins the presidency, wouldn't they be able to take Lagos?
Was it not?
Why would they take Lagos?
How?
You know they will run. Lagos State is running at the same time now, so
yes,
the government will be there.
It cannot happen.
Maybe they will try and take it in 4 years after. You know.
It will be difficult. Ambassador tried it now. It did not happen now. Then he tried in Delta State. It did not happen. APC tried to take PDP from Delta. It will be difficult. I said the city governor to camp to PDP. It will be difficult.
If there was ever an opportunity, it is now, because Tinubu is out of favor and is busy. You know, someone is complaining that it's not giving him attention. They are giving him a flogging in APC. and it looks as though they are asking him either to step down or get destroyed. And if they are going to destroy him, they have to take Lagos State from him. So this is,
Yeah.
I
and
think
I don't
Buhari
think
wants
they.
to
Yeah.
take it. I think Buhari wants to take it.
Yeah. You remember when El Rufai went a few years ago, a year and a bit ago, to go and be sounding warning in Lagos State that the time of godfatherism is over.
Buhari wants it.
Yeah.
He's going to crush Tinubu.
No, I don't mind Tinubu being crushed actually, because I mean, Kilode now since 1999. If what you are saying is true, and I have to say I don't believe it. I have to be honest with you, I don't believe it. Only because of the figures that you gave, 9 million naira. If you had gone higher, I would have believed it.
Oh, it's ridiculous. I have the artillery, but it's ridiculous. When I read it, I was like, I cannot believe this. Yesterday, like I just called again. Like, no, let me reconfirm. Not like I'm not be talking stupid. I just called the MD again. He cannot. Not that he cannot do it, but approval have to come from.
He will have to be one of the richest men in the world.
That guy has. Do you know how many high rises that guy has in Chicago? Tinubu. He has one of the major high rises in Chicago. That guy has money. Real money.
One man, I think anybody can take Lagos at this point. If it's fair and fair election.
No, I think
anybody.
Yes, I think if PDP, if they play their cards right, and it looks as though they are determined also. Let's see who they present for Lagos, and then we'll see how serious they are.
If the camp, it will help PDP again.
No, this is what we want to see. But does he have it in him? They should go and cut him. He has nothing to lose now.
I don't know why people keep saying you talk about Ambode like he's a weak candidate. What do you mean keep Ambode in APC as candidate again? And
no. He's saying they should go and headhunt. They should go and headhunt PDP.
Okay. Yeah.
So if they get PDP, if they are able to get Ambode on their ticket PDP, and they throw him at SANWO,
it
will defeat him now.
I don't think it will work.
Why not?
Somebody coming from APC stupid. Lagosians are not stupid like that.
No, sorry.
But Lagosians are fed up of Tinubu. I have to tell you.
Yeah. But they will not vote for somebody that went from APC to PDP.
Listen. Sorry. Ambode has one crowd in Lagos. So don't estimate Ambode. Last time they have to cheat him out. The last election they have to cheat.
Okay, who do you think is who do you think is more popular in Lagos State, Ambode or Tinubu? Ambode or SANWO? In a free election,
when I went to Lagos, I heard his name a lot. I didn't
whose name?
Ambode. Everybody, but the thing about Lagos is once you are popular, you are popular. Everybody knows SANWO. So that's the thing.
Everybody wants SANWO.
Everybody knows SANWO too.
Okay, but no, I'm asking you now. I'm asking you now. In a free and fair fight, SANWO versus Ambode, who do you think will come out on top?
SANWO lose.
Yes. So Ambode is more popular, but of course, it's not just the popularity now; it's the instrumentality. When they gave MC Olomo the motor parks, they didn't give it to him because he's a nice guy, because he's so good looking or whatever. No, they gave it to him because it's a thug that they are going to use for the next election. So they say, go and start preparing, the base, So
we've seen them do this over and over and over again.
But man, everywhere you look, we're in trouble in that country. But Adale Koko, let me take you back to America via Lebanon and France, and then to land at the House on the Rock. So, your president's daughter, she is in Lagos now, enjoying her amala and whatever it is that Pastor Adefarasin is feeding her. So what are you then making of Tiffany Trump allegedly being engaged, set to be married to a Nigerian?
I think they had that marriage during the time Trump was president.
She looks pregnant even.
Wow, Omo Naija. We used to move fast too.
No, which Omo Naija? Omo Lebanese.
Yeah, Omo Lebanese.
But it learns now.
It's a Lebanese. I think
it's a Lebanese Nigerian. Let's give him that.
Nigerian is his father is one of the top industrialists in Nigeria. They've been in Nigeria for a while. So they did the marriage when Trump was the president, and the parents came here. They were all in the White House.
Can I ask a question?
Go on, Baba, correct. Good to have you.
So when was the guy born? Was he born in Nigeria or in Lebanon?
He was born in Lagos.
Okay, so that's make him Nigeria.
And he grew up in Lagos as well.
Yeah, so he has to be Nigerian Lebanese, not Lebanese Nigeria. So don't put it that way. It is Nigerian Lebanese.
It's Yoruba Lebanese, even if you want to narrow it down.
Exactly, Yoruba Lebanese. So he's pushing it very fast, man.
Yeah.
Báwo lẹ ṣe máa sọ pé Yorùbá Lebanese ń bọ̀ lọ́tí ń gbé Yorùbá Lebanese?
It could not be seen now. So I mean, when you are Nigerian American, if you can have your Nigerian American, why can't we not have a Yoruba Lebanese?
Ó ní ẹ̀jẹ̀ Odùduwà lára ni. Níbo ló ti ń bọ̀?
Amala. Amala is enough. He's grew
it
up
doesn't
on
matter.
Amala.
If you can eat Pandejam and Egusi, you know, that's all it takes.
He's been telling her about, look, I said there's something called Pandejam and Egusi. Say, what do you mean? What do you mean? Okay, let me take you to Lagos. They will take her to Mama Put, and you know.
So that guy,
your state.
So that guy is a Christian, right? And he attended Adefarati Church. That's what it means. So, but they've been married for over maybe 3 years now, and well, wish them happy married life. So it's just.
Who do you think the winner is in this picture? Because I think the real winner is this Adefarasi, who is showing off his trophies. So it says, look, I backed a fine wife from the East, and now I've backed the American first family. So this is him now. This is trophy. He's collecting trophies, isn't he?
He's collecting trophy. You know, he's a pepperin pastor.
Yes. Is the one is the plan B now. Is the one that told them to go and look for plan B.
Exactly. So this is plan B.
But I like him, at least telling people to always plan for plan B. Is better than deceiving them, saying, "Oh, don't worry, keep praying here. God will solve your problem." But he's telling them, as you are praying, be looking for plan B as well. So he's, I mean, the guy is just.
You know, there's a strong culture of Lebanese Nigerians because there's or Nigerian Lebanese, as Baba Kure has now corrected us, a strong correction. Because Eco Hotels, I think that belongs to a Lebanese family. And the people that used to handle money for Abacha, they were Lebanese.
The Fawaz.
Yes. No, I think they start with a G, actually. G something.
Fawaz was supplying Nigerian army boot during Abacha regime.
Yeah.
Fawaz, their last name. I don't know their first name. Their last name, Fawaz.
But I'll find out again. But the one that used to carry money for Abacha, that used to use for his looting, it was a Lebanese family. Yeah. But
they are Lebanese though.
You see, let me tell you, Lebanese has been part of us for a long time, particularly in Lagos State. When I was growing up, they have school in Lagos. They call it Lebanese school.
They control Apapa.
Yeah. So there are so many in Apapa, and you are right. So they were the one in charge of all those Aswani and all those textile industry that we used to have in the Solo industrial estate. They control a lot of textile industry in Lagos back then. They've been part of all. They've been robbing that country. They've been having shady deal with our politicians and our leaders. They are the one that we help them. I mean, stashing away all this money and open bank account outside Nigeria. You know, Lebanese have been part of. They know how to siphon and make the resources of. Countries.
But the way Nigerians are being treated in Lebanon is quite a thing, you know. We just, especially in Kano, they have a lot of Lebanese in Kano, marrying all the pretty girls, abusing even, you know, there was one that was caught recently, you know.
That is too far. In Apapa here, do you know how the Lebanese treat people in Apapa?
So they have been controlling our space for being colluding with our leaders, corrupt leaders, in looting the resources of that country. And not only in Nigeria, even if you go to some other West African countries, that's the same thing. You are there, but Nigeria is their strongest base. And they've been part of us for a long time. So a lot of their children, like that guy, a lot of their children were born in Nigeria. Some even speak Yoruba very well.
Some have even naturalized. The name that I was looking for, World Peace, is Gilbert Chagori. So that's the one that I was looking for, the Abata bagman, the one that owns a hotel. So Gilbert is now naturalized and is now in Nigeria now. That's how he describes himself.
The ownership of a coat, I think, has changed, right?
I don't know.
They sold it. They sold it. Yeah, they sold it. You have changed ownership way back.
All right. Thank you. So Ajan Rekoko, round off your thoughts on your first family now applying for Nigeria. I thought they called us a shithole country. So what are they doing there? What's the meaning of this? Are we no longer a shithole country?
No, the lady will not change to Nigeria. No, he will still carry America. How can American change? Say you want to naturalize to Nigeria?
Why not? Why not?
Why?
Now, when the husband is Nigerian, you take your husband's citizenship now.
We will throw away American citizenship for Nigerian citizenship.
Why not? Why not? The much coveted green passport.
Why would that happen? You want to carry green passport that does not guarantee your security.
Then you get treated like a drug dealer at every airport.
Professor Ajan Lekoko, let me tell you something, right? Even though the passport does not go anywhere, maybe like few countries, but if you really want to go through legitimate means, it takes you 15 good years for you to get it. It is just, if Nigeria can get themselves together, right, and they make their tent strong, you will see how people will recognize it and respect it, because the law, you have to spend 15, not just when you
sense? Does that make sense to you?
But is that for naturalization or by marriage? What about by marriage, Baba?
By marriage and naturalization is the same thing.
Why must it take 15 years? Does that make sense?
Years?
Yeah, 15 years.
Does it make sense, Baba?
You see a lot of things you guys don't know about.
I knew that vaguely, but I didn't know that. Yeah, but yeah.
I'm not doubting you, but these boys in the north are getting it.
But they changed it to Baba Kure. They changed it recently.
Change it to what?
They changed it to maybe 5 years or so.
For where?
No. Hold on. Last month.
Send us that link.
Baba Kura, I don't know how you. I don't know when you get your information. I don't know how updated you are on that information. But last month they came out with the new naturalization policy in Nigeria, and I think they cut it down to like 5 years or 3 years.
For where? Go to Nigeria immigration and read what you are talking about. Then you would now come and tell us.
They
never change anything. If you're talking,
no. I am telling you. If you're talking
about resident permit, if you're talking about resident permit, Nigeria resident permit is different. But when you're talking about
and even naturalization is easier. Is easier for men than women. So the women, what do you call it? If a Nigerian man is marrying a woman, it's easy for that woman to naturalize to Nigeria. But if a woman is marrying an outsider, a foreigner, it takes a long time. So the women group were protesting against that why must the law favor men to marry women from outside Nigeria easier than them marry a man outside Nigeria, So they just came out with all these things. They changed it.
All right. We wanted to send us that link.
thing. Yeah, but I don't think they changed it. This is why the women were still complaining.
Change what?
Okay.
Send us the way you
Yes,
render
you are
tips,
right, I don't
Professor
think they
Ajani
changed
Koko.
it.
But it's just, but I just don't, it doesn't make sense. If you have people as a resident in your country working, why do you want them to be there for 15 years before they get naturalized?
Professor Ajani Koko, I'm going to correct you with something, please.
Hmm.
We all know that Nigeria is not a place that you can really proud of or some whatever. Every country, it doesn't really matter, we cannot change it. Every country has their own regulation. This is what we want. You cannot change it. America cannot come and because Nigeria is something, then they want to change the rule that they have. This is what they want, and that is exactly what they want.
I agree with you. It's okay.
Change it.
It's okay. I agree with you. I mean, that's our own system. Okay.
Now I'm going to put something to you. What of this Arab country like Qatar, like Turkey, like Malaysia, that even when you have your own child in that country and they will not even give them residency. You can imagine you born your own child in Turkey and they deny them.
I agree with you. That Nigerian style. But
exactly.
What I'm saying, that girl will, I know that for sure, that girl will never dump American citizenship for Nigerian citizenship.
No, she doesn't have to. She can have it. She doesn't have to drop American citizen for Nigeria.
Nigeria accepts dual nationality.
Dual national, okay, that's fine. All right.
Does America accept that though? I'm not aware that America does.
America accepts too.
Yeah.
America, all my niece and nephew, they have dual passport.
Yeah.
Nigeria and America. Anyway, quick one, Mr. One Man, I want to urge you on this. Sorry, one time you were talking about your son. Is he okay now?
Oh yeah, he was just teething. He's growing teeth.
Okay.
And then and you know how that can be. So he was teething.
Yeah.
There were about 3-4 people that could have taken care of him, but he needed me to hold him. There's a certain pheromone that you emit. Yeah.
Okay.
That is now that is thought is always different, isn't it?
Okay. Now I want to put this bet on you, Please, you're in a public space, you get information. I want you to take it upon yourself. I'll bet $100. Go and find out what SANWO look and approve in Lagos. Then when you find out, come back and announce it. If I'm wrong, I'll credit you. I'll top your coffee of $100.
Save your money because you will lose. Let me tell you why you will lose. Hold on. Let me tell you why you will lose. What SANWO can approve officially will be more than $100. But what you are talking about is an unofficial thing.
It's an official thing. I'm just saying find out unofficially.
How can I find out unofficial?
I just said find out official. I just said find out unofficially. Just find out. Not that you cannot approve billions, but approval has to come from body law.
I wouldn't know what the shady deals are now because the shady deals are not a matter of public record. But what is of public record?
No, what I'm saying, just find out with your people. If you have connection with the government, close. Just find out what's really going on in that Lagos. What
if I just come and make up? What if I just come and make up a lie to collect your $100?
Fine. I don't think you will come up. I don't think you will come up and make up. I don't think you will come up and make up just a blanket statement. I don't think you will come up and just make up a statement. But just try and find out. Because I was in a shock yesterday. Just try and find out. If I'm wrong, come on and say it.
All right.
We are trying to educate ourselves.
I'll look into it and
look into it, please.
All right, brilliant. Good to hear. So let's go from Ajanle Koko to Solly, who I suspect we may not have anymore because Solly is never quiet when he's around.
No.
What is this? Are you learning a new culture? Look at this man.
Sonny a good guy now.
This is it. He say, but to me, I don't think so. And he will be talking softly, but then he's a rascal, But so good to have you, Solly. You're not a rascal, a gentleman. Solly, yes, you stand down essentially Lagos State. Osinbajo, he jettisons his Lagos State status really because by abandoning his membership of the party and revitalizing, revalidating rather in Ikenne in Ogun State, that essentially means he has left Lagos, to go and take residence in his own hometown. So what are you then making then of that? One, as a political move by himself, but two, as not so much an act of betrayal of Tinubu, but really a sense of used and dumped for Lagos State. Because everybody else goes to that space to collect. Never really a Lagosian ever in charge of Lagos State, Solly.
Yes, when I even found out that Tinubu is not from Lagos, it was a very big shock to my heart and my mind, because what is wrong with people in Lagos? Why are they not really, leading each other? They are just very laid back. They are chilling. They don't care about what is going on. Everywhere is getting scattered, right before their eyes. And they are just letting outsiders come there to just scatter everything and control them and control everything. Anyway, I'm not surprised with what Osinbajo did. He showed some type of courage. From that previous comment, I saw it coming already. But was he going to do it? I'm sure he was pushed. He was pushed by Buhari and co. Do it, do it, do it. That's where he found the courage to do it. But I'm happy he did it. Everybody's happy he did it. We are still waiting for people like Fayemi and Fashola.
No. I don't think we know Fashola is not coming out because he's already told you that. Look, man, not for me this time around. But
they all have their ambition.
But the moment is closing though, because they have to come out. The primaries they take place by mid next month, which is what, about a month away. So anybody that wants to come out has to come out now. You cannot the day before the primary say you want to be, and they have to buy forms as well. So just by buying forms, we already know they're interested. But do you think Fayemi will come out or should come out? Or do you want him to come out even?
I want him to come out, and he should come out. He's just...
Sorry, Fayemi is the guy from Ekiti.
These people...
Yes.
He'll be out. He started the race. He'll be out. Sorry.
I think he will come out, because remember when they were having the IPC convention and they asked him, is he going to come out for a presidential election? And he was trying to evade the question, saying that that's not why we're here. We're here for the convention, and that's what we'll talk about. They want to come out, but they are waiting for Baba Tinubu to step down, which that aggressive Agbero man will not do.
But now that Osinbajo has come out, would they then come out under his wings?
One man, didn't you see when they asked Tinubu question, and SANWO was smiling with him? They have already made their plan. They've already probably discussed on how they will attack Osinbajo, and that confidence is what was making SANWO smile too by his side. Don't worry, don't worry. Means that it is in here. Don't worry.
Sorry, please. Why would not just think that maybe it's Tinubu that is playing the both side of the coin? He's presenting Osinbajo on one side.
No,
he's on the other side.
No, Tinubu is not like that. Tinubu looks for loyalty.
No, don't speak for him now. It's politics.
No, I'm not. I grew up in Lagos. I saw his political career from start to finish when he ended being Lagos governor. I used to go to secretariats regularly. So he's not that kind of person.
Sorry. Just off the back of what World Peace is saying, who do you think Osinbajo is blindsiding with his who do you think is cutting with his declaration? Do you think he's blocked off Amechi, or is cutting to Tinubu, or do you think a little bit of the both? But do you think, because I think that Osinbajo coming out, it just kills Amechi's ambition dead on arrival.
I don't think Amechi even had ambition in the first place. I don't think anybody was really worried about him, like that. He went for the he went for the killer move. He punched Tinubu straight in the face with that move. First with the comment, second, look at how fast he got everything done to let him know that I'm not playing. I've come out, I'm serious about it, and I've gotten it done. What are you going to do about it? I've done it already. There's no speech you can come out to come and make me scared or make me go back into my share. I've done it. You know that this guy got some kind of push and backing that we may not have known of. And me, I still think it's Buhari.
Sorry to cut you short.
Yeah, I'm done already.
But why don't you think Tinubu is trying to play the two sides of the coin? Probably is getting there's no green light from the APC ticket. So he's trying to place his man there now. Why don't you think so?
Which man?
Tinubu.
No,
No,
you
no,
say he's trying to place his man. Which
no, no.
man?
He is saying that what world pieces are inviting you to consider is that Tinubu is reading the tea leaves and is saying that his chances are not good. So he has now invited Yemi to step in as a side bet. So Yemi Osinbajo coming out is actually a Tinubu side bet. That is
Tinubu,
what.
if Tinubu wants to do something like that, he will not put himself in the kind of,
He's going to end up being
the kind of
embarrassed now.
position.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
yes. Now that's not his gameplay. He likes to
After
form honor, all those kind of hero kind of movements.
Yeah,
sorry,
Like
because that Jagaban,
grandiose. He's very
he wants to be
grandiose.
yeah,
Jagaban,
after
so they
how
always
the
ban it, Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
after all the consultation, you now want to disgrace the guy.
That's this kind of
yeah.
play is how Ambode came against him.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand? This kind of shock, this kind of dilemma. The same way they interviewed him, the same way he was talking about, he didn't say, I'm going to crush that guy, I'm going to destroy him. I said, don't worry. What are you saying? These are just words from other. He was talking very calmly. They have their plan, they are ready for everybody because they have done dealings with these people and they know where to grab them.
But solely,
Ejira, I'm not agent to.
No,
I'm
hold
just
on,
saying my
hold
mind.
on now. What piece? This afternoon session is usually quite short, so let's solely just roll through. But I think Babati wanted to chime in, so chime in, Babati, and then
I was just gonna say to what Soli's point that the Ambode issue is one thing. That's a state level. It controls the parameters of Lagos State. The federal plays a different ball game entirely. You're dealing with the VP of a country now, even though it's your boy, quote and unquote. It's a different ball game. You don't have that much leverage as compared to what you had in Lagos State with Ambode. You pretty much control Lagos State, so you could have done whatever you want. At this point, we can safely say that at this point within the APC, Osinbajo has more backing than Tinubu within the cabal, within that movement.
Yeah.
So that Ambode does not really apply. That does not apply to the federal situation.
But there are two different spaces, though, Babati. So there is the cabal and there is the party. So who do you think is backing whom? Because I would suggest that yes, the cabal back Osinbajo, but the party backs Tinubu. Would you concur with that?
The party backs Tinubu with a caveat. This is the thing. They are reading the body language as well. You see, the party is very fluid with their opinion. One day they might be with you, next week it's not a very sure position. The cabal is very sure. We know where they stand already with Tinubu, but the party that thing is very fluid. Once the party sees that, how people are going to see Tinubu like yesterday. They said they had 10 governors to see him around. If it calls the next meeting and it becomes 7, and it calls another one and it becomes 5, and it becomes 4, 3. Once the party see that the number is dwindling behind him, they will switch. So that's a very, very fluid position they are holding. So I will not so much rely on those party numbers as much as the cabals. They are more reliable than those parties. That's very fluid.
Yes, but they need the votes of the North too. And who is going to give them the votes of the North? This is the cabals.
Exactly. So you go with the establishment as opposed to the party position. That one is not that reliable. So that's just the position. So the guy looks good to be today, but like I said yesterday, Osinbajo has to find a way to give Tinubu a soft landing where he does not feel embarrassed.
I don't think they would. I really don't think. I think they want to crush this guy. Look at the way they did this thing now. They want to crush him.
Listen,
he's going for the jugular.
If he goes for the jugular, it will hurt him in the long run. It will hurt.
That is what they want to test. These people don't care.
No, not the people. I'm talking about Osinbajo now. He has to calm his people down. Like, guys, this guy is my political dad. Let's not do that way, because if he does that way, that's brand.
And it's very easy to destroy Tinubu, by the way. So many.
It's very easy. The man's setup is the man knows where they buried all his dead bodies now. The legal dead bodies.
He has been his bag man since 99 now.
Yeah, so he knows where all the bodies are buried. If he really wants to go there, he will go there. You see my point? But he has to find a way to give him a soft landing within the
He
Southwest
won't.
because
He won't. Why should he? Why
don't-
should he?
No. Sorry, look at the bigger picture now.
No,
Don't
it's not.
carry
It's not out to
Nigerians
kill him. You
carriers.
know, Solly. You think it's out to kill him? It's not out to kill him.
No, it's not.
It's just really a disagreement over ambitions.
Yes.
So,
But
it's not. It doesn't hate Tinubu if that is what you think
It does not hate him.
No, I'm not saying he hates him, but I'm just saying he's not going to give him. He's going to give him his full strength plus more.
No. If he's able to negotiate him down without having to destroy
without
him,
doing
he
that.
will. That's his first option
That-
now,
so-
and
so-
that is what
okay.
he will try to do.
So-
I
It's
don't
not
think
out to
he
kill
needs to
him
do
now.
it. One man, look
No.
at the poll. Look at the poll. The North will already vote for him.
Yeah,
No,
but
what
he
does he need
doesn't
from
have to
Tinubu?
kill Tinubu though. Why should they kill Tinubu? Made him now.
Solid.
So that they can take
Solid.
Lagos.
Hold
Solid.
on. Yeah, go on. What
Sorry.
please? Yeah. Go on. Yes. Yeah. Go on. What please? Yeah. Sorry.
Solid.
Yeah.
You have to understand.
Yes.
It's not much. Osinbajo wants to get that ticket from Tinubu. He still needs Tinubu more than ever. He needs Lagos. Lagos control more than 6 million votes. He need Lagos. So whatever
I
he's
think
going
Lagos
to
will
do.
vote him. I think
Lagos
Lagos will
doesn't
vote him.
have any 6 million votes.
That's what they said now.
Lagos will vote Osinbajo over Tinubu any
You go
day.
follow the line.
About
Eh?
2 million.
Can I come in?
The last governorship election, Sanwo-Olu have about maybe 700,000 or 800,000
No, I'm
votes.
not talking about the Lagos governor, generals in when they did their when they're doing the analogy of Nigeria total vote, not Buhari have
Yes,
12
the
million
data
votes.
according to INEC. So let's hear from Baba Kure. Baba Kure wanted to come in.
Well, like everybody have been saying, like Babati and Soli, I want to bring something in. You read out that Osinbajo dumped Lagos for Abeokuta for Ogun State, right?
Mhm.
We have to also look at Ogun State as the state that has political standout within Southwest. If you look at the president of Nigeria, you will know that they are from that region. So I think Osinbajo is going to take that area completely because everybody in that region will want to work for him. Then the same Lagos State, possibly they are going to divide into two. Because remember, they have a lot of Ogun people in Lagos too that will like Osinbajo to get the ticket. So, well, like you all guys said, I think they should find a way of negotiating with one another because the way things are going, dumping Lagos to go back to Ogun State, it's going to mess Tinubu up big time. Seriously. That's my take for that. Anyway, for now.
All right, Baba Kure. Whilst you have the floor, reporting from the office, Baba Kure, are you look at this? You are not even wearing a tie. Are you not required to wear a tie at the office?
I don't have to.
Okay.
But Baba Kure, you know the way primary is going to play out. It's not going to be by general destiny.
I
understand. Going to be by convention.
I understand all that, but remember.
Yeah. So forget about the Lagos State. Osinbajo will not get one vote from Lagos State.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
No, I'm telling you, it's person that have the machinery of the party that will deliver, will get the vote. It doesn't have the machinery of the party in Lagos. Everybody that are going to represent Lagos, they are from Tinubu caucus and they will not betray you. So that of Ogun State, we don't know how it's going to play out because Amosu and Tinubu, they are not friends. So Amosu might align with Osinbajo. So the Oyo State, we don't know how it's going to play out, another state. But we just have to wait. But we've seen all the governors in Yoruba land, in Southwest, other than Oyo State that is not controlled by APC, all of them have already aligned behind Tinubu. We don't know tomorrow. They might change tomorrow. But as of today, they all stand for Tinubu. And they said, even the governor of your state, Ondo, he called Tinubu our capo. That is our capo. That
yes. We've not heard from Akeredolu for a while. Why yeah.
According to information, he was sick, and I got the information that he traveled abroad. Maybe he just came back. I don't know, but
can I ask
one of their boys posted it on the social media.
Is your governor, isn't he, Baba Kure?
Can I
Níbo ló ti sick àbó gbówó lọ abroad? Níbo ló sick?
The Obion sick, isn't it? The
Wọ́n ti gbówó yìí lọ, bàbá Àkúrẹ́, wọ́n ti gbówó yìí lọ.
Well, let them continue. Time will tell.
Okay.
All right, let's hear from Babati. Babati, come in.
I was going to ask Mr. Jack a question, but back to my earlier point. Then, if Tinubu has the current, like the Southwest, for instance, right now, Osinbajo, sorry, Tinubu has the Southwest, and we are discussing the primaries now, not the generals. If Osinbajo really wants them to switch to his side, how do you think he can do it without appearing as being a Judas or a betrayer of the Southwest? Because that is his problem right now. Because if you use Buta force during the primaries and you carry that label of Judas into generals, it might affect you. So what do you think he can do to persuade the Southwest first to say, listen, guys, you should vote for me. I am more viable than our so-called godfather?
You know what is going to play out. You know that in all of these states, APC states, particularly states that are controlled by APC governors, the governors is the one that control the structure of the party. But in that party as well, they have some other faction that are kicking against that. So those other factions within the party might follow Osinbajo, saying that, well, the governor has been oppressing us. All his men are the one in appointment position. None of our own men are in appointment. But so those people from other faction that are not on the same faction with the governor, their own delegate might go for Osinbajo.
The Ogbeni group, Ogbeni, the minister of Interior.
Yeah, like the minister of like that state of Osun State. So his own group might follow Osinbajo. So the what do you call this guy, the former governor of Ogun State? That man with the long cap on his head. What is the name? Amosu. Yes, it's not the same line with the present governor, and the present governor is with Tinubu, so he might go with Osinbajo as well. So
and Oyo State too.
And Oyo State, and the same in Ondo and Ekiti. So those other factions that are not with the governor faction, those one might line up with Osinbajo, their delegate. So that is what I see, that because those are the ones that Osinbajo will reach out to now, that, okay, look at guys, I am out, let us do it together. And they will join into the boat because they don't know what they don't know what tomorrow holds for us. Maybe the ticket, Osinbajo might secure the ticket. So if Osinbajo eventually secure the ticket, Osinbajo will favor them.
So if the
sorry, Babati. Let me go on to Babakure. It's just because of the pressure of time. But please come back in the evening when we have longer time. Babakure, let me come back to you and have you speak on Sanwo-Olu having concerns about his second term in Lagos State. So he has been funding the Tinubu presidential ambition, but he's not getting the nod yet from the Governor's Advisory Council, which is the real body that makes the decision within the APC in Lagos State. So he's not getting the nod, even though everybody that's contesting for everything else, they are coming out. But he cannot yet come out regarding, we are already heavily into it, but he's not coming out fully. And what we ever see him is following Tinubu around. He wanted the second time in Lagos State as well. So he's claiming that, look, I'm spending all of this money to fund this presidential ambition, but he's not even indicating that he supports my second term bid. So what are you making of the fate of Sanwo-Olu, and do you think he's even deserving of a second term, Babakure?
Well, thank you very much for having me, and good afternoon, good morning, everybody. Anyway, so I'm not really familiar with Sanwo-Olu, but based on what I heard about him, I think some people don't like him, The reason being that of Tinubu being controlling the Lagos state. When I was there, when I was in, sorry about that.
Look at
When
that. Is that your ringtone? You couldn't even find some. You do not have Davido's music that you can download.
Oh, that is my cell phone for the office anyway.
Work phone, yeah, go on.
Work phone, yeah.
Yeah.
So when I was there, I talked to people. A lot of people that I spoke to didn't like him because they believed that he was forced on them. They were even saying that, okay, well, he is going to spend one term too. That was the information I gathered from some people that I met in Lagos, because they prefer Ambode to him, because of the way Ambode is like he take decision of his own in most cases, and that was the reason why he fell out with Jagaban, the so-called Jagaban. So now the issue of Ambode, what's the name of this guy?
SANWO, yeah.
Going back a second time, I think the chance is very slim. Though he's trying all his best, buying Kabu, buy Okada, buy all kind of things to make sure that he's trying to woo Lagos back to himself. But I don't think it's really working for him. So, and I think one of the reasons why he has not, though that's just my own theory anyway, has not got a green light is, his godfather is still running for presidency. So they have to clear that first. That is my own thought about that.
All right, brilliant. And Tiffany Trump getting married to a Nigerian, but a Nigerian with a question mark.
Why is there any question mark there? Why do you have any question mark there?
He was born in Lagos, so which makes him a Nigerian, but his father is Lebanese, his mother is French. So only commando now.
No, only commando. Where?
All right.
Anybody can marry from
billionaire too.
Anybody can marry from anywhere in the world. So if they love the person, so to me, I don't see anything wrong in that. But like somebody mentioned on this platform that the father of the lady called Africa Shito, well, they know what they are talking about. And like I always say on this platform, if you have a president that people don't like, particularly some Western world, then all of you will suffer for it. Both the citizens and everybody. So they will put all of you in the same bracket. So that is why Donald Trump, I think that is why he said that at that time. Because if Africa got themselves together and they can put themselves together and they do what they're supposed to do for their citizens, he wouldn't have said that. So you never can tell as well. It could be, it's a place where everything goes. You might want to enrich ourselves, so you might get that opportunity to enrich ourselves from the mineral resources.
Look at that. Already put her in, what's that called? Is it a boo-boo or something? I don't know what is that, the woman's clothing.
Yeah, that is right. You are very right. That is boo-boo.
Put her in the boo-boo already.
Yeah, that's right. So it's
they will want from very soon.
It's now assimilating. It's now assimilating himself to Nigerian culture. So don't worry, they will soon take out to what do we call race course.
Race course, yes. It's quite funny when Nigerians marry outside of their culture. They don't adopt your culture. If a Nigerian girl marries a white guy, you can be sure that guy is going to come and do it dobale, and they will put him in Buba and Shokoto immediately and put a hat on him and go and train him up. If a Nigerian man marries some Oyinbo girl, you'll be sure that she's already on YouTube learning how to make a 40 row and how to tie a row and Buba. So it's quite odd. We don't go into other people's culture. We bring them into our own. You have to come and join us because we don't eat burger. You have to come and learn about.
That is true anyway.
Mr. Wama, quick. I wanted to ask Baba Akure one question.
Yeah, go on.
Yes. Baba Akure.
Yes.
Please, do you think this next coming presidential election, do you think the West vote will determine the next president?
The West, you mean the Yoruba vote?
The West, I mean, whether it's West, South, South, and East. Do you think the West vote will be the time breaker, or how you say, that will determine the next presidency?
No, because there is no everybody lean on one another. If Yoruba man me take the ticket for presidency, we need support from the north and also part of the east. Likewise, if somebody from the east, that person need to win south. Need to win west and south and get some from the northern part of Nigeria. So we are all depend on one another to win election.
I understand that. But just as a critical question, this next coming election, do you think the West votes will determine?
Sorry,
it depends on the PDP speak.
I think he has answered it. Let me push a little bit. It's really just the pressure of time. But let me come to you, Babati, and have you speak on let me have you speak on SANWO, not SANWO, no, Osinbajo, who cleverly, some people will suggest, quietly, as far back as 2021, jettisoned his APC membership in Lagos and gone back home to his town in Ikenne in Ogun State to revalidate his membership there. So now that they are trying to move heavy against him, he just pulls out the joker. He even has a picture to show it off. So what are you making of that, Babati?
I think that was a very shrewd move, very smart move. And we also have to understand, unknown to many people, how powerful Ogun State is in the Nigerian political space. So Ogun State has.
Is that your state of origin?
I am I'm from Ogun State.
I am not from. I'm sorry, I'm not from Ogun State, but I've already said that also.
Yeah, so
I go with him.
The Egba connection is, I'm telling you, is a very powerful. I'm an Egba man, so I'm telling you that Egba connection, we call it the 039 line. That 039 line is a very powerful military and political line. It's been there since the late 70s. So he's hopefully trying to tap into that. So if you can get the likes of Obasanjo, then through the military, get the people like Dimina Kabal too. Because those Oguamina thing kind of run parallel, like they run like they sink into each other.
But Babangida was quite glowing in his eulogy of when they went to visit him to tell him it was
that's coming
out
from,
of all of the people that went, he said the most, and it was more quite gushing in his yeah.
So that tells you, Mina does not speak without the Egba, so there's already some kind of talk behind the scenes. So when I speak of the Cabal earlier,
don't follow what Babangida says, though. Babangida, you can't trust him. You don't know where he's going on.
So, but to speak to
Maradona,
the bigger point is that was a very good move on his part. And if, like what Chris was saying earlier, it depends on who the PDP picks. Let's assume Osinbajo gets the APC ticket. If he gets the APC ticket, and maybe Atiku gets the PDP, if Atiku picks from the southeast or southwest, then you know what's going to happen in the southwest, of course. It's going to clear the whole thing. That is a safe path for him. It will clear it. There's no way Atiku is getting any vote if Osinbajo is running. So it depends on what the PDP does as well. But speaking on the move he made, it was a very smart political move. But once again, I still maintain that he has to give Tinubu a soft landing. Don't make him look like he's been disgraced. He lost something that major. Don't go nuclear on Tinubu. Give the man a soft landing. If you go nuclear, it will hurt him badly in the generals. Because now we're speaking of the North now. You get my point? You don't want to be seen as a betrayer. One thing about friend I've come to learn over the years is that they look at the way you treat your own people. If you betray your own people, they won't value you in their own eyes. They won't see you as anything. You might think like, okay, let me betray my people to please them. Or if you betray your own people to please them, they won't respect you as a person. So if he comes out, not reality now, is the perception I'm talking about. If you come out as being a betrayer of Tinubu, it will hurt him in the long run. So he does not want that. But speaking to his move for going to Ogun State, that was a very powerful move beyond just living Lagos.
And that tells us how long ago he has been planning
Yes,
this. But because
no, look at
it validated in February 21.
Do you know how I knew? Do you know how I knew? Once Adebe started speaking of setting up all this political stuff in the church, I knew, okay, this guy is running. Once they started making a move within the RCCG, talking about politics and them joining and setting up this political movement, I knew Osinbajo was running. But hopefully, I'm hoping that let him not make this a church thing.
But what are you making of the concerns raised by Farouk Parogi that it has the tendencies and even demonstrated in practice traits of Christian fundamentalism and a Yoruba extremism?
I wouldn't agree with the Yoruba fundamentalism. That one I disagree with. Everybody plays on the fringe on that one, anyways, in Nigerian political space, anyways. The religious one, I think, is just playing a character. He knows what he needs from that movement, so he will play the field to get them in line, just the same way they do in America. You know those fundamentalists now. You might not agree with them, but you know what to say to them. Just say, I'm against gay, I'm against abortion, I'm against this and that. You know what to do. So that's what he's doing. He's not really part of them per se, but he knows what to say to get their vote. So he's just playing the field. He's just a typical politician in my book. So I don't agree with that statement. He's just playing politics.
All right, brilliant. So that's a good spot to leave it. We've well exceeded the 2-hour mark, which we allot for this slot. But always, when I'm in your company, I never want to leave, especially with Baba Akure with his glowing rosy cheeks. Yeah, Igba don't take what you know this guy.
That phone was for girls.
In Canada.
That phone call was not work phone. It was for the girls. So
no, it's them now. He has a different ringtone. The ringtone for Rebecca is
no.
That
is just one of my director calling me. So I'm going to attend to her right now.
Okay, so that's a good spot to leave it there. So guys, a real delight. So I'll leave it there. Carry conversation within the comment section over here. I say peace. Thank you, guys.